Hi, these are 3 exercises using the theraband that I've been teaching recently in class to strengthen the stability around the shoulder girdle. I'm using a blue band, which is about right for most people's arms, but a black band, which is a little heavier, would probably work as well. So first of all, working the outward rotators of the shoulder. If you take the band underneath your knees and cross it over, so you've got opposite sides at each hand. So you want to feel very stable with your pelvis and legs, they stay in parallel. You take your elbows down by your sides, shoulders rolled back, pelvis neutral, abdominals engaged. Without moving the legs, you rotate the shoulders outwards against the resistance of the band, trying to feel that the twisting action is coming from your shoulders rather than your hands. So legs are still, shoulders rotating out, and your hand stays in an alignment with your elbow the whole time rather than bending up at the elbow. Then you can keep the arms braced, still keeping the outward brace coming from the shoulder socket. The arms are still. Then you increase the tension by pushing your knees out. The feet stay anchored, the big toes are grounded, the knees push out. So although I'm working my legs, I'm still maintaining effort in my shoulders so that the arms are very stable. So then we have an exercise for the lower traps, which are the muscles that pull the bottom of the shoulder blade down the back. So I've uncrossed the band, starting with your arms in vertical. As I pull my arms overhead, what I'm thinking of is not the hand end of my arm that's moving, but the shoulder blade. So if you think of 2 ends of a pendulum, it's the downward movement at the back of the shoulder blade you want to be focusing on. So my hands are going overhead because the bottom of my shoulder blade is drawing down the back of my body. So again, the legs are stable, the pelvis is still, the ribs are closed, shoulders away from ears, and the bottom of my shoulder blade is pulling down my back in order for my arms to pull overhead. And then we can do one more, which is for the middle trapezius. So again, if you think about your shoulder blade on your back, and imagine you could squeeze it together, which is this. That's not the action we're looking for. If you imagine the shoulder blade could pull together and down in a sort of a downward V shape, but it's towards the center and down. So we take the arms up to the ceiling again. This time I'm pulling the band apart, but I'm pulling it apart by pulling the shoulder blades towards my middle and down my back at the same time. So although I'm pulling my hands apart, it's the shoulder blades on my back, then narrowing together and pulling down my back in order for my arms to get wider. Ribs are closed, pelvis is stable, shoulder blades draw together and down, squeezing together without popping my ribs up as I pull my hands apart.